So we all know who Roman Reigns is. For you weirdos who don't, Roman Reigns has been at the top of WWE for the last 4 years, reigning as a world champion for 1,316 days. He has been the company's top heel throughout his entire championship reign from start to finish. And since coming back to WWE after his big loss at WrestleMania 40 to Cody Rhodes, he has been listed as the company's top babyface, receiving the loudest ovation from every audience at every single show. There's no denying that Roman Reigns has cemented himself as one of the all-time greats in sports entertainment. But despite all of the positive attention he's gained from audiences this past year, many of his peers believe that he is still the true villain of WWE. And to be quite honest, they're right. In this video, we will cover why Roman Reigns is still the company's biggest villain.
Acknowledge me!
So just to give you guys some background, Roman Reigns won the WWE Universal Championship on August 30th, 2020. Since then, the man who was once the big dog, who once lived by the motto, one versus all, became the monstrous, remorseless, cold-blooded, tyrannical head of the table. He assembled his army by aligning with one of the most devious managers in wrestling history, beating his own cousin, Jey Uso, to within an inch of his life, giving him no choice but to serve as his right-hand man, and gaslighting his other cousin Jimmy Uso into doing the same. In almost every title defense, he would send the bloodline to ensure his victory by interfering with the match, attacking his opponents while the referee wasn't looking, and just going to any length possible to ensure that Roman stays at the top of the food chain. At times, it wasn't even enough to defeat people. He would send the bloodline to brutally beat people just to prove a point to the locker room, and even go as far as trying to end careers. He went to these unspeakable lengths to ensure that he was either feared or respected by the WWE locker room, and for the most part, it worked. Even when the bloodline began to collapse under the weight of Roman's actions in the beginning of 2023, his grip on the undisputed WWE title, as it was now called, and the title of tribal chief of the Anoa'i family remained firm. Until it all came to a head in Philadelphia. Cody Rhodes was set to take on Roman Reigns under bloodline rules for the WWE title. Little did Roman know at the time that Cody had an alliance of his own. Jey Uso, who had left the bloodline at that time, came out to help Cody Rhodes, as did John Cena, Seth Rollins, and the legendary Undertaker. And despite the bloodline's best efforts to maintain Roman Reigns' power over WWE, even with The Rock entering the battle, Cody Rhodes conquered the tribal chief to win the WWE Championship. The reign of terror was finally over, and Roman Reigns had not been seen since. Well, at least temporarily. In Roman Reigns' absence, a new variation of the bloodline was forged under the leadership of the man who served as Roman's enforcer for a large portion of his championship reign, Solo Sikoa. The younger brother of the Usos would annihilate everyone associated with the record-breaking champion's authoritarian regime and would go on to reign as the new head of the table. Now in possession of the sacred Ula Fala, which Roman himself promised that Solo would have if something was to ever happen to him, all it took was for him to win the one remaining key to cementing himself as a tribal chief worthy of respect from the WWE locker room, the WWE universe, and the entire Anoa'i family, the WWE Championship. Solo Sikoa challenged Cody Rhodes for the title at SummerSlam 2024 and was about to win the gold, only to be stopped in his tracks by a very familiar face. Roman Reigns had returned for the first time since losing at WrestleMania 40. The man who held the WWE Championship for well over 1,000 days. And it was at that moment that we all thought Roman Reigns had learned from his past actions. We thought that he was coming back to redeem himself for all the terror he caused and all the people he hurt and tormented during his reign.
I am the only tribal chief.
And now we get into why Roman Reigns is still the villain of this whole story. A few weeks later, when Roman Reigns spoke on the microphone for the very first time since returning to WWE, he made it clear that he had not changed a single bit. He made it evident that he is still the same egotistical, power-hungry narcissist that he was when he was the champion. But just because fans are cheering him now, a lot of people don't see that. People like Cody Rhodes, the man whom Roman Reigns screwed at WrestleMania 39 and then did everything in his power to try and screw him again at WrestleMania 40. And the OG Bloodline, the people he spent years gaslighting, abusing, manipulating, and treating like they're worthless. They were completely blind to what people like Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins could not only see as clear as day, but tried to warn everyone about. Roman Reigns used them to regain the power he once had, the very same power he used to torment everyone around him. Here's proof of this. After Cody Rhodes helped him win back his Ula Fale against Solo Sikoa, what did he do? Did he thank Cody? Nope. He sent Paul Heyman to go and tell Cody that he's coming back for the WWE title, the same title that he held hostage for 1,316 days. This is the same man who, as earlier mentioned, helped Roman Reigns win his Tribal Combat match. And not only that, he went out of his way to team up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. We shouldn't be surprised at all that Kevin Owens is flying off the rails at Cody Rhodes when Roman Reigns has tried to end KO's career on a number of occasions. And KO did everything to help Cody Rhodes in his fight against Roman for the WWE title, only for him to team up with him months later. We also shouldn't be surprised that Drew McIntyre has started to target members of the OG Bloodline, given everything they've done to him. And sure, it can be argued that Seth Rollins created the monster that Roman Reigns is today when he put the chair in his back a decade ago. However, the difference between Seth and Roman is that over the years, Seth Rollins changed for the better. Seth Rollins acknowledged the consequences of his past actions and did everything in his power to destroy what he created, including sacrificing himself for Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns, on the other hand, remained the same power-hungry man he has been for years now, and Seth can see that as clear as day, much like KO and Drew. Seth's already starting to lose his mind over this, as shown by his attack on Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble this year, and it's only a matter of time before he flies off the rails completely. And to be honest, with him being a company man, faced with an obvious threat to WWE's future, it's difficult to blame him. Alright, so that was my long yap about why Roman Reigns is still the big villain of WWE. Don't take any of this as me trying to put a bad name on the real man, Joe Anoa'i, though. He's done so much for the company. He's donated potentially millions of dollars to lots of charities, especially the ones that help terminally ill kids. And he's just overall an incredibly nice man. I simply made this video to unpack what makes the character of Roman Reigns a terrible human being, and also to highlight that just because fans are cheering him now doesn't mean that that's changed in the slightest. Sorry, my voice just cracked there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this yap. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!